First off, hi. I love the movie so much. It was so much fun, and the action is amazing. Uma is handling a sword just like riding a bike.
Well, not luckily
for you.
It looked like luckily, yes.
I was so impressed because just the way you were doing, I was like, man, she hasn't missed a step at all. Which one's easier to swing? Is it Discord's blade or a Hattori Hanzo?
Luckily, they're about the same distance long. That's the most important thing. You don't want to hurt anybody.
That sounded almost, I didn't know where we were going.
Ooh.
Charlize and Kiki, I'd love to know if there were any special panels or moments in the comics that really helped either of you lock into who your characters are.
Well, Greg Rucka is he's a brilliant artist, and he's such an incredible collaborator because I think he could very easily have been very precious about his material. For us, that was kind of the jumping off board. We saw his work and everything was inspiring because he opens up a mythology that's so rich that you can go anywhere with it. Mm-hmm. And we could only do that and explore more because he was really allowing us and helping us because he knew the mythology so well. So he truly is somebody that I respect so much. He's actually not coming to the premiere tonight because his daughter's having surgery. Oh. And I just went like, could you be a better man? He's like, my daughter's having surgery, I'm not coming. I'm like, okay, I can't. So I really, I'm very grateful to him. Mm-hmm. I'm getting emotional talking about Greg. I can't believe this. He's a great guy. He's a great guy.
Absolutely, that's so cool. What about you, as far as just any particular comic panels jump out?
Not anything specifically. I mean, the combo of what Greg, his writing and the storyline, and then Leandro's images, together, it was all there was so much there, and then just seeing how Charlize and the other producers just pulled out of that and created something that honored what we were given in the graphic novel while, bringing it to the big screen, but not losing the heart that Greg, he poured so much of his real heart into it.
And it's so cool, too, that he got to write it and everything as far as the script. And I love seeing that vision go for the comic to the movie.
He's still mad that I'm not wearing a Pirates jacket.
Not to spoil anything, but I think it's safe to say there's going to be a third one coming along. So
not trying to be coy. We are really just going to take a beat. Oh, hopefully fans love it. That's really where we're at right now. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I'm as a fan, I can only speak for myself, but my son's with me.
Oh.
So he's out there in the waiting room.
How old is he?
He's 18.
Oh, and he loves them?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
wow.
We loved it. We
Check
thought it was
that
great.
demographic.
Well, we'll make it for him. We'll make it for him.
Perfect.
That's good enough.
Thank you so much. Uma and Charlize, Discord and Andy are two of the oldest immortals, around, and I want to know what kind of prep goes into, kind of creating a character that has so much wisdom and perspective. And it just seems like when you start really getting into the mind of somebody who's centuries years old, it could get a little heavy. I don't know.
Yeah, I kind of feel like I'm centuries.
Oh my goodness.
They've seen it all.
It was a nice thing that we came up with, though. I really love that because I love when you can kind of turn things like that around, and it's something that it happened later in the development, but I love that we kind of gave that surprise. That was a nice thing to kind of hand over because the first movie you think it's me, and it was one of those things where I was like, oh, it's an older bitch on me.
I know Andy seems almost offended.
Yeah, she is. She's like, wait a second.
Chiwetel, sir, I loved seeing you in a full-blown fight scene. I read that you have a 5th-degree black belt in karate. Is that right?
Where did you read this?
Is Wikipedia lying to me?
I mean, Wikipedia is you can't pass exams on Wikipedia. You know what I'm saying?
No black belts.
There's no. I did some martial arts years, for a while, a long time ago, but I wouldn't. There's no martial.
Okay, when I read that, I was like, thank God he never beat me up for all the stupid questions I asked him. But how? I wanted to know. You did do some jiu-jitsu training, right?
Yeah.
Isn't that true?
Sure.
So did any of that influence the fight choreography at all?
I think that once you've been doing any martial art for a period of time, you incorporate it naturally into how you're kind of moving and how you want to kind of approach. And great fight coordinators and fight choreographers do allow for what you want to bring to something, or what where your comfortable movement range is, you know, and where you're at the most dynamic that you can be, at the most kind of. So always, I think I'm trying to sort of introduce parts of the, you know, sort of martial arts stuff, and obviously some boxing stuff that I've done, and you know, always trying to incorporate.
Well, I thought you knocked it. I mean, John Wick, eat your heart out. I mean, you killed that scene. It was great. Marwan, I'd love to know if there were any like specific moments in the comics that really helped you lock into Joe and his relationship with Nikki.
Well, it's I think a lot of moments, but I think the thing that really was the strongest for us was the fact that they had fought all these battles and killed each other several times before they got together on a symbiotic level. So I think that's something we extracted from the graphic novel to use as fuel for these characters.
Right.
So the rage that they used to fight each other and try to kill each other first is now sort of transposed into passionate love, I guess.
Yeah, or whatever, you know, romance, however, whatever it is.
Yeah.
Henry, 2 is basically the unofficial Immortal historian.
Right.
So after handwriting that many books, what kind of grip strength do you think that guy has?
I can do press-ups with just the fingertips. You know, I'm just one of those guys, just buried in my crypt, working endlessly. Yeah, no, you know, it's a funny thing because, you know, obviously he's been in hiding, he's been in the shadows for a while, and I think he's been yearning to talk to somebody. And I think once he comes into the old guard, he kind of likes it. I don't think we'll see him. Well, hopefully, we don't see him sort of going back and locking himself in the library again.
Well, something that I wanted to ask both of you about was when you're as an actor, you're getting into the mindset of somebody who's centuries years old. You know, what kind of prep goes into that when you're sort of trying to take on somebody with that much wisdom and perspective?
I think you have to find a balance of like. I mean, I have all the impending doom information in a weird way, so making it not sort of speaking to everybody with such depression of what I know. So I think it's, you know, often I suppose if you live for that long, do you become jaded in life and its excitements? Or do you still have this yearning for something? And or if you have something to live for, like a lover or something like that, there is that passion is that fire, that fuel. But what does someone like Tua have to look forward to?
I'm 41, so very cynical. I don't know. Can't imagine being 400. You know?
Yeah, right.
Just
want to stay home and like, you know.
I'm just going to write another book. Henry, one last question for you. I know you can't say much, but is there any hope at all that you might suit up again as Snake Eyes?
Wow. No one has. I know there's stuff happening and with the whole. There's rumors of Transformers and Snake Eyes. I don't know if they'll just skip our G.I. Joe and go back to the original G.I. Joe. Like, who knows? I would love to. It was. I think we had a rough run on that one. I think there was so much potential, and I think you know, it's such a great character. It's such a great universe. So I do hope that they bring it back, just for the fans. You know, it doesn't. I don't have to be in there, but
as
the
a
fans.
fan. Bring him back. We want him back.
I hope so.
Thank you guys so much for your time. I really appreciate it.
Thank you
very much.
Appreciate it.